Let me explain to you why you got me up.
Back it up, ooh, back it up.
Back it up, I put on the show, I be acting up. If he ain't got no bread, I'm packing up. I need a rich nigga with a bankroll just so I can add it up. Say ho, my nigga got him an a-hole. He gon' listen and do what I say so. He know I'm only after the.
Hi, I'm Tassie and welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome home. And if you're a new subscriber, make yourself at home by clicking that subscribe button. I told myself it was gonna be a while until I did another story time, but there have been certain events that have been happening that has somewhat inspired me to tell this story. And it's something that happened like a while ago, but it's relevant to, you know, pretty much what I'm going through right now. And if you guys seen my last video, which was my life update, then you already know like pretty much the gist of what I was talking about. If you don't, then definitely go check that out, because this is basically going to give you guys an in-depth version of exactly what I was talking about as far as like my dating life. Like, that was a life update for the year 2021, obviously. But this is a situation that happened back in 2019, and it is very, very, very relevant to what I talked about in that video. Honestly, I don't even know what to title this video. I don't really know what to call it. I'll come up with something, obviously. But it was just like a very interesting, very weird experience. And like I said, it's relevant. It's very relevant to what I'm experiencing as we speak. So just stay tuned. And yeah, it's a crazy situation. Okay, so like I said before, this was a situation that happened back in 2019. So back in 2019, as a lot of y'all probably remember, I had just gotten out of like a really, really bad relationship, and I was just not in the right headspace. I was just scatterbrained. Like, it was a lot. It was a whole lot. I had to relearn how to be myself or whatever. Like, it just wasn't a good time period for me. And basically during this time, I had about like 2 months before my birthday, right? So to make myself feel better, especially because, you know, I'm going through heartbreak, I'm trying to get adjusted to being single again, I decided that I was going to do something big for my birthday, but I wasn't really sure what to do. So I thought about like, oh, I could just go to like a club or something and just like get a few drinks or like buy a table, call it a day or whatever. But the thing is that I don't really go to the clubs that are in my city like that. Like, I'm not really that equipped with going out when it comes to, you know, here in Cincinnati, but I wanted to at least try because I had never been before. Like, I've been to probably one club in Dayton, like an actual club. Everything else has been like parties that have been at like not like banquet halls, but you know, like little rented out party centers. Like, I've been to other parties, but I haven't really like went to like a club scene, you know what I'm saying? And I went to one when I was in Dayton, but I never been to one in Cincinnati, so I didn't really know what to do. I was like researching. Anybody that knows me, you know, I research everything. I research things before I do them. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just always like to know what I'm getting into. So at this time, I had seen this one club called what is it called? Cove 51, and I was gonna go and check that club out, but I didn't know much about it. So one thing about me, I hate Facebook. I absolutely positively hate Facebook. But I had remade a page, right? I remade a Facebook page because I had planned on selling like some products or whatever. At the time, I didn't know exactly what I was going to sell. I just knew that at that time I needed to like gain like a fan base, not a fan base, but like, you know, like a little amount of like customers, you know what I'm saying? Like, I needed somebody to build interest. And because starting a business is very, very, very expensive, I thought, okay, I can just like sell stuff off of like Facebook Marketplace, and then I can just like deliver it to people or like mail it to people's houses, because you know, like I ain't really guapped up like that. Like, I was literally, when I tell y'all, some of y'all are fully aware, some of y'all are fully aware, but at this time, when I tell you I was out of it, like, I was not in a good headspace, I was scatterbrained, I was just a hot mess. Sweetie, I literally had $200 to my name, and I spent about $150 on these products. I made a decent little get back, but it still wasn't as much as I thought I was gonna make. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, I only reactivated my Facebook page because I wanted to sell a product. That was it. That was it. So, you know, I just posted a normal status on my Facebook page basically saying like, has anybody went to Code 51 before? I don't really know what it's about. I don't really know what all to get into. Just trying to get everybody's feedback. Like, is it a good one or is it a bad one? Now I'm a little bit more experienced, so I know like certain places it's kind of like, ooh, but it still might be fun. And then there's other places where it's like, it's alright, but you can tell they trying too hard to do too much, if that makes any sense. So I know a little bit now, but back then I had no idea. So I made a status asking what was people's experiences going to Code 51. So I end up getting a response, and the response that I got was from this guy in my high school, right? We just gonna call him Marco throughout this whole entire story. His name is Marco, okay? Just go with it. So Marco had commented and he said that, you know, it was decent or whatever. And I told him like, yeah, I'm thinking about checking it out or whatever, but I'm not sure. Shortly after that, he ends up inboxing me. So let's read the inboxes, shall we? I hope you didn't think I didn't have receipts. Oh, honey, I will always have a receipt, okay? So Marco inboxes me and he says, hey, what's up? How you been? I said, I've been good. He said, that's good. Thought about going to the Cove. I said, yeah, I thought about it for my birthday. When is your birthday? March 10th. He says, oh, you got some time. I've got another suggestion though, but how's your day been? I said, it's been okay, nothing exciting, which once again, I had just experienced a breakup. I was severely, utterly depressed, just not in a good headspace. So this was not a lie. Nothing exciting. Nothing exciting. It was an okay day because I woke up and brushed my teeth that day. Yeah. So anyways, he says, that's good, but not work or anything. I say no. Working on being self-employed and going back to school. He says, hey, I know that's right. I started me a brand. I just have to be more consistent and stay down through tough times. I said, oh, really? What did you do? He said, yeah, I started out doing shirts. I started a brand called, we're not even going to mention it because I don't even know if he still runs this business or not. But yeah, so he started a brand and it's just selling shirts and hoodies and sweaters. I said, oh, that's cool. I was thinking about starting up a clothing line, but I need for everything to be A1. So I'm starting off really small just to get some money. He said, right, I feel you. I can help you out. I said, oh, really? That would be great. He said, yeah, shoot me a text, and then he left his number. So in that moment, I didn't save his number, but I did keep it in the inbox because obviously, like, okay, this is a business connection. This is someone I can network with or get advice from. And if you guys are attempting to be a small business or even like attempting to be like any form of self-employed, being self-employed, it's difficult, but I feel like in the end, it's very much worth it. But being self-employed and self-reliant on yourself is very, very difficult. And there is a whole lot of people where they see you as competition, they will not give you advice. That is why people are charging y'all $50 for a vendors list. Listen, you can easily find vendors yourself. Like, you do not have to pay anybody to get the same exact products that they get. And then 9 times out of 10, they're purposely giving you the people that are not good quality. So, you know, I was very appreciative that he was even like, you know, extending the offer. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's cool. Like, you know, like I'm gonna keep his number. But in that moment, I didn't save it onto my phone. I just kept it in the inbox real quick. Because it was some time. It was some time before I even attempted to purchase any products and start selling it. So, you know, I'm just like, I'm gonna wait until the time comes. You know what I'm saying? Until then, I still have him on my Facebook page. So, you know, if I really have any like questions that are like dire need that I need to talk about, I can just hit him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a big deal. So that was my logic behind all of that, right? Literally seconds later, the first red flag popped up. And when I say seconds, I mean seconds. I mean literally seconds. Because notice how I didn't respond when he left me his number. That wasn't me trying to be funny. That wasn't me trying to like brush him off or nothing. Because once again, I thought it was a harmless networking opportunity. And that was it. So I did not respond to him sending me his number. He then, seconds later, inboxes me again and says, let me take you out for your birthday. Now listen, at the time, I really still in my brain thought it might just be a harmless business meetup or whatever. At the end of the day, if he wants to treat me to my birthday, I mean, is there any harm in that? But even then, I had a feeling. I had a feeling that something was just way, way deeper. It was just way, way deeper. So I texted him back and I said, we'll see. Then he responds back and says, can I text you? About what, sir? About what? So once again, didn't respond because what are we doing? So 2 days later after that conversation, right, he texts me again and it's just a simple, hey Tassie. I say hi. He says, how you feeling? I said, I'm good. I'm chilling. He said, what's your name again? I forgot. So I responded back and I said, you just said it. He said, your whole first name, seriously, don't make me feel like I'm slow. I spelled it out, my whole name. If y'all are new here, my name is Tassiana. That's my full name. Tassie is just the shortened version of my name, but either or, that is my name, right? I told him, this is my full name. My name is Tassiana. Tassiana, right? He says, aw, that's pretty. I always thought it was Tatiana. I said, no, that was the other one because I did go to school with a girl named Tatiana. We all went to high school together. And then not only that, it's a very common nickname, so I get it. But he responds back and he says, nah, I know, but I just thought maybe your name was that too. I feel stupid. I don't understand why, if my name is spelled completely different and you're literally calling me Tassie, why would that translate to Tatiana? But nonetheless, you've been clarified. I don't really know what else to tell you. Let's also talk about the fact that, like, he knows me to some extent. Like, he knows of me. Like, we have one mutual friend. I think it's only one. But, like, we have a mutual friend. And there was a point in time where I used to sit with him and my friend at lunch. So, it's like he's familiar with me. So, I mean, like, I get it. We were never close. So maybe that's why he didn't know how to pronounce my name or nothing. But I just feel like, what type of conversation is that to even have? Like what do I say back to that? I mean, like, I just don't know what you, like, my name is spelled completely different from Tatiana or any variations of it. So why did you think my name was Tatiana when you hear people calling me Tassie? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. So I'm not trying to clown them, but the whole, oh, I feel so stupid. I mean, at this point, you kind of are. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. But he says that. And I literally had just logged into my Facebook page when he said this. Because once again, I was trying to get a feel for, like, the community that I was building. Like, I literally was just adding anybody to my friends list. I was peeking in on Facebook just to see, like, what all was going on. So, as soon as I logged in, this is when this message started. So we've already established Tatiana is not my name, right? So we're done, right? Right? Okay. So after he said that, I did not respond. Then shortly after that, I had logged out of Facebook completely. Like, I had logged out of Facebook. And then, like, I want to say probably like the next day, literally the next day, I logged back into my Facebook and I see this message. And it says, but I'll go away if you don't want to be bothered. What? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? We just established that that's not my name. That was the only conversation that we were having. I don't understand what else was I supposed to say to that. I didn't have an attitude. I wasn't being mean. I wasn't doing anything. But it's just like, what type of conversation was supposed to come after we've already clarified that that's not my name? You now know what my name is and you feel so stupid. So what do you want me to say to that? Now you're salty because I guess I didn't text you back fast enough. But like I want y'all to tell me, like, I'm not even trying to be funny. What was I supposed to say after that conversation? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't feel like I did anything wrong. I don't feel like I was, like, pushing him away. I don't think I did anything bad, but I'm very confused by the response. Like, when I say I'm confused, I mean, like, I am thoroughly lost. So if y'all know what I did wrong in this conversation that made him say that, y'all let me know, because I don't get it. I don't get it, but we just gonna move on because baby, we got a lot of stuff to cover. So now we're leaving Facebook and now we're transferring over to Instagram. I had no idea this man found my Instagram and started following me on Instagram. Now keep in mind, I at that time had my Instagram linked with my Facebook, so I mean, like, I get it, you gonna find them either way. Yeah, so I wasn't really tripping over that, but I didn't notice him follow me. I don't remember getting a notification, but either way it goes, he follows me. Okay, cool. Not tripping, whatever. So on Instagram, I was trying to post like more pictures. I was trying to be more consistent. Around this time, this is when I started like really gaining traction on my page. Not saying that I even have like a lot of followers now. I still have like 1,200, but you know, I mean, at the time, like I literally had my page on private. Like I had my page on absolute private, and I had probably about like 200 followers at most, and a lot of them were inactive, and the people that were active, they were like my friends and like certain family members or whatever. So when I took my page off of private, my like views and likes and followers just like it spiked. It spiked damn near within like 1 year. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't notice that this man followed me. I really did not notice that he followed me, but he eventually ended up following me. And during this time, I was trying to be consistent with my content and my pictures and stuff like that because I was getting a lot of traction on my page. And I'm just like, hey, it wasn't my plan, but if I become an influencer, I'm gonna just go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just roll with it. And then not only that, like I said, this was during the time where I got out of a really bad toxic relationship. So I was trying to make myself feel better. I look back on some of them pictures, and to me, I can tell that I was forcing myself to be happy. I was forcing myself to look like I was so carefree. I was dying on the inside. Like, I did not feel good at all, but I was just trying to make myself feel good. So I was taking so many pictures, okay? Like, literally, that was the only motivation that I had to really get up in the morning. I'm like, you know, I just want to feel pretty. I just want to feel good about myself. I want to see myself smile, even if it's a fake smile. And it kind of helped. But like I said, some of those pictures, I look back and I absolutely cringe because I was forcing it. Like, I was full-fledged forcing it, but nonetheless. So I'm kind of rambling, so I'm gonna just get back to it. Moral of the story is I was on Instagram and I was taking a lot of pictures and uploading onto my story a whole bunch. So one day I upload something onto my story. I really don't remember exactly what it was, and I can't even find it. Like, I have no idea what happened to it. But basically, I had uploaded something on my story and I get a notification, and it's from Marco. And I'm sitting here minding my business, nothing major. And the notification that I get is obviously like a DM, right? And the DM reads, "Too bad you won't let me get to know you." Let's just read this conversation. Let's just read it real quick because what? So after he sends that, keep in mind, you can see it yourself because I'm going to upload these on the screen. This is January 15th. So the last time I spoke to this man was January the 12th, right? Correct? Okay. So January 15th, 2019, he texts me, "Too bad I can't get to know you." I said, "I never said you couldn't." He says, "You never even texted me though." Sir, I thought that was a business transaction. You said, let's go back to the message. Hold on. Let's go back to the message. You said, "Right, I feel like I can help you out," when I said something about my business and planning on becoming self-employed, correct? So I feel like I can help you out. My response was, "Oh, really? That would be great." He said, "Yeah, shoot me a text," and then you left your number. You left me your number for business purposes. Why would I text you if I didn't have a question about anything related to my business? So what are we talking about? I didn't allow you to get to know me. Like, I'm very confused as to what you're talking about. So then after he said that, I texted him, and in all fairness, you did have time to get to know me, which once again, we went to the same high school. We have a mutual friend. I used to sit at the same lunch table with Marco and the mutual friend. If there was anything that you needed to get up off your chest, you could have said it. So what are you talking about? I didn't allow you to get to know me when I sat in your face for damn near 4 years straight. I literally never transferred to another high school. I stayed at the same high school all 4 years and graduated on time. Where were you? Where were you? But I'm not allowing you to get to know me, correct? Okay. So he responds back and he says, "You right, I did, but that's the past. We in the present. So now is a good time." I said, "Okay." He says, "So you want me to text you?" Then he responds, "Well, I don't have your number and I dropped mine in your inbox." So I'm gonna be real. Unfortunately, I do not have a bunch of screenshots of the text messages that we had. So for this part of the video, y'all just gonna have to trust me and just have faith in me that I'm telling the truth, because honestly, I have no reason to lie. Like, let's just be real. I have no reason to lie. I feel like the screenshots that I do have are damn near incriminating itself. So, but you know, it's a story time. Maybe y'all don't even care about if it's fact or fiction. Maybe y'all just want to hear something entertaining. I don't know. But I just want y'all to know I don't have that many messages of like the messages that we sent between each other once we actually started texting each other. So I literally can only tell y'all what I remember happening. So when I texted him, when I finally decided to text him, I didn't come off, at least I don't think I did, with an attitude, but I definitely texted him and I'm just like, okay, now what? I'm here. So like, what are we going to talk about? And all I remember was that the first thing that he asked was he being thirsty? Yeah. And I believe I said, I wouldn't say you were thirsty, but I'm just really confused. Like, I don't know what we're doing. Because once again, this is supposed to be a business transaction, but now you're talking about I'm not allowing you to get to know me when you apparently already knew me beforehand. So I'm just kind of lost. And then the fact that you're even like, you know, like you pulled the shit on Facebook and then you come to Instagram and then pull this. It's just kind of like I'm lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand. So shortly after that, he then is asking to basically take me out for my birthday. Like, actually take me out for my birthday, which, like I said already before, that's what I originally thought. But I said, no. You're just jumping to conclusions. You're just doing too much. But no, I was right. I'm always right. And I will never doubt myself because I am always 100% right. Not only did he want to take me out for my birthday, but he also wanted to take me out for Valentine's Day. A business partner, a networking opportunity wants to take me out for my birthday and Valentine's Day as a friend. Sure, why not? Anywho, that's not gonna happen. So I feel like a broken record at this point, but like I said before, this was not the time. This was not the time. I literally had just gotten out of a relationship once, you know, he hit me up on Facebook. So if I remember correctly, I believe me and my ex, we broke up probably like the 3rd of January, I believe. So this was a few days after the breakup, but it's like, it was still fresh. It was still very, very new. And keep in mind, like, this was somebody that I thought I was going to marry. So it wasn't like no, oh, puppy dog love. Like, no, I legit thought this was going to be the last man I ever had to associate with ever. And yeah, I'm not ready to be out here with no dudes. I'm not ready to trust nobody just yet. Like, I got a whole lot of stuff going on right now. Whole lot of stuff going on. I do not have time. Okay. And I basically just gave him the rundown. Obviously, I didn't show him like, you know, all the details of everything that I was experiencing or going through, because it was a very traumatic relationship. It was just a lot. But I told him straight up, like, now ain't the time. I really don't want to date right now. I really want to be alone because I just got out of a bad relationship. Now is not the time for me to be in anything serious because legit, I don't think I even have the mental capacity to love somebody right now. Like, I can't even, like, the way that I was damaged, I couldn't even fake like I liked people. Like, I could not fake like I wanted to be around anybody. So I pretty much just told him that. I pretty much just told him, like, now is not the time for me to go into anything relationship wise or anything. Like, I think where I'm at right now, which is by myself, is like the best thing for me. And right now I'm just working on getting my stuff together. One of these days I'm going to tell y'all the story about that relationship, but right now it's just like, I just want to make sure I'm really, really at a like sane place when I tell this story. But when I tell y'all like everything that I was doing, from me posting pictures to me trying to run a business to me like just doing everything, like low key, even me making a YouTube channel was because I was trying to basically use coping mechanisms to get over him and to pretty much boss myself up. Because when I say I really thought I was gonna marry this man, I mean like I was laid up with my feet kicked back. I never had to worry about anything. So I had to learn how to work again. I had to learn how to be single again. I had to learn how to love again. I'm still going through the motions, okay? So once again, I'm telling him like, yeah, I'm really like messed up right now. Now is not the time. So when I told him that, he said that he respected that and he had no problem with us just being friends. He also went out of his way to tell me that he is really honest to God here to support me with my business endeavors. And I said, okay, cool. You know, see, it's that simple. It is that simple. And I was content and I was happy with us just being, you know, business associates, business partners, or whatever. And then everything just went downhill. Every single thing went downhill. Day after day after day. So let me reiterate. He said that he was just going to be a business colleague. He was just going to be a friend that was helping out a friend, and he was okay with it. He said that. He agreed to it. He was fine with it. That is exactly his words. He was 100% okay with it. So, my logic, once again, if we are just business associates, we are just networking opportunities for each other, right? Correct? Then, if I have access to you and you have access to me, the only reason I should be hitting you up is if it's a business opportunity, correct? Right? Are we all on the same page, or am I missing something once again? So for some reason, I guess me and him, we have two completely different mindsets on what that means, because this man used to text me every single day and it would start off with the
"Good morning, Queen."
Yeah, you already know. You already know. You already know. I should have ran. I should have blocked the number right after that. But literally, he texts me every single day. Every single day. And the conversations that he would attempt to have, it would be like so just I can't say boring, but it's just like I really don't know what he wanted the conversation to be, because it really would be so like open-ended. It would just be so like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, there would be times where I would share with him like, yeah, I'm just not feeling good today. Like, I'm just feeling really depressed. And his solution was,
"Don't be depressed."
like, thanks. I didn't try that. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're such an inspiration. But even with those situations, it's like, it was kind of annoying, but I'm like, okay, at least we're like, you know, we chill, like we cool or whatever. But no, it would start off as a normal conversation and he would always eventually end up trying to flirt with me. And his version of flirting always consisted of asking if he had a chance with me. And it's like, honest to God, I'm not one of those people where I feel like anybody is out of my league. I don't really have a type when it comes to like how someone looks visually. I don't believe in that. I believe we all have equal playing fields, because I can honest to God say my dating experience, I have dated people I never thought I would even talk to. Okay, like I'm talking about, I thought I was gonna be with like doctors and lawyers, and I end up with gangbangers, and they treated me like a princess though. That's the crazy thing, because I dated somebody who was like, you know, the typical nerdy, sits in the back and be quiet. Like, I dated somebody like that, and I can say like that relationship was kind of like you know what I'm saying? But the dudes that I thought was gonna be dangerous and put me through drama, they treated me like a princess. I was set. I was straight. So I mean, I don't feel like anybody is really like too good or too less of a person to be with anybody. I feel like everyone has an equal opportunity. So I would answer honestly, like, I'm not gonna say that you don't have a chance, but as I already said, that ain't something that I'm even worried about right now. Like, that ain't even something that I'm thinking about. So there's your answer. After a while though, I have to say, like, it was starting to just become too much. It was starting to get really, really, really annoying, because when I tell you this man wanted to text me every second of every day, he literally just wanted to talk. And like I said, the conversations were bland. It's like, I don't know what you want me to talk about. And then there would be times where like I attempted to talk about something. As a matter of fact, I have a screenshot. Hold on. So this is one of the screenshots that I do have of our text messages, because I just did not understand like why he came at me this way. But basically he asked me, what am I doing today? I said nothing. You, once again, depressed. Like, so I'm not doing anything. He says he's working on some of his house reports. And I ask, house reports? He says, something you don't know about. This is what I'm talking about. What are we actually gonna talk about? You're not telling me anything. So once again, what do I respond back to this? What do I say to this? What do I say to this, y'all? I don't understand. Is it me? Is it me? Am I the one that's tripping? It doesn't make any sense to me. And then the thing that will really get me, if he felt like I was not responding back to his text messages enough, this man would not only text me, he would also call me. If I did not answer the call, he would go on Facebook or he would go on Instagram and he would inbox me because he wanted to know why I wasn't responding back. So I'm on Instagram, like normally on my Instagram story. I'm just randomly talking, right? And this man texts me. He responds back to my story saying, meanwhile, you can't text me back. Cool. He would do stuff like that. He would always do stuff like that. Like, I always got my phone blown up by somebody who was supposed to be a business associate. Like, it was just getting so ridiculous. So obviously after a while, when it started like really like bugging me, I stopped responding, right? So he finally got the hint and understood that, like, okay, she really don't want to talk to me unless it's business related, right? So this man started to talk about business with me, but once again, it would always end up in like flirting. When I tell you, I spoke to this man about business opportunities and job opportunities probably like 3 times that I've known him, right? All this time that he's had my number, I have only spoke about business with him 3 different times. But those job opportunities, it would always be led to a dead end. Like, when I first even gave him my number, he has said that he was looking for somebody to redesign his logo. And he sent me the logo. He showed me it. He said, do you think you can do better than this? I'm like, yeah, I can totally do better than that. For those that don't know, graphic design is something that I'm really good at. I went to a whole information technology high school. So, I can definitely do better than what he showed me. I'm still waiting on that position. Still waiting on it. I don't want it anymore, but it's just the principle of the fact that, like, you own this business, and then nothing happened after that. Nothing happened after that. Like, literally nothing happened after that. This man said that he knew a whole bunch of vendors. I never got any links, any phone numbers to any vendors of anything. Also, keep in mind that at this time, I wasn't even fully aware of what I was going to sell. He said that he knew people that sold hair. He knew people that sold clothes. Still don't have those vendors. I found my own, but I still don't have the ones that you claim that you knew. You get what I'm saying? But this is the real kicker. This is the real kicker. I really wish I had photo evidence of this particular conversation. Hello. So I don't know how, but basically my camera had cut off for whatever reason. So thankfully I record all of my videos in different segments. So you guys aren't missing the whole video. Like, the rest of the video will be after this clip. And I just had to hurry up and tell that part of the story before this mask sets into my face and I won't be able to move. So anyways, let's just get into it. Now, like I already stated, unfortunately, I do not have screenshots of these messages. I wish I did, because this is like an integral part as to why this man is blocked and why he's cut off. So long story short, this man was trying to take me on various different trips, and he gave me the excuse that they were basically going to be business trips. So one of those trips was a cabin in the woods. I don't know if he was talking about the cabins that are down in Gatlinburg or if he like knew of a different location, but one of them was a cabin, and then the second one was a trip to Jamaica. Now, mind you, he's saying all of this for the sake of business purposes because, like I said, he got on to what I was basically doing where I only wanted to speak business. So he made it seem like all of these trips were business purpose trips, but what business do you have to do in Jamaica if all you're doing is selling clothes? If you're somebody who's doing apparel or doing anything clothes related, your places that you would take a trip to that are relevant to that would be either China or Italy. Italy manufactures majority of the luxury items like Chanel and Gucci and stuff like that. Like, they manufacture majority of the luxury brands. China sells some of everything. They have their fair share of having a hand in some luxury brands too, but overall China is pretty much any and everything. So it would make more sense if you were trying to take a trip to China or take a trip to Italy. But like I said, I knew nothing about anything. I knew nothing about running a business at this time. So when this man said that, originally I was kind of hesitant because, you know, like, I've never heard of nobody taking a business trip to a cabin in the woods, because why would you need to do that? You get what I'm saying? And then with the whole Jamaica trip too, it's just like that was suspicious too, because it wasn't like he was meeting up with other people. He just literally said like it was a business thing, like it was just business related. So originally it's like, you know, I told him like I'll think about it, but then he says that he'll pay for everything. Now keep in mind, if this is a business opportunity, I've never heard of somebody just like paying your way for this stuff, even though, like, you know, once again, low-key naive, I was thinking maybe he's paying my way because he knows that I'm new to this and I have no money. So maybe that's the reason why he's trying to pay my way. But I already told him, like, you know, I don't have any money, so I don't think I would be able to go. He decides to say that he'll pay my way. Okay, cool. So when we start actually discussing it, and I agreed to it to some extent, I didn't confirm that I was gonna go because we weren't gonna just like pack up our stuff and like leave the next day, obviously. But I did to some extent agree, like, okay, that sounds nice. Okay, if you're gonna pay for everything, then yeah, I'll see what I can do. But the moment that I said that, you know what, I'm gonna see what I can do, like, I technically agreed to some degree, I agreed to it. The next thing that came out of his mouth was, but you'll be my girlfriend by then, right?
No!
Why would I need to be your girlfriend for a business trip? Why would I need to be your girlfriend if this is related to business? That doesn't make any damn sense. And I ain't even trying to be shady, because I do believe to some extent that he really was a business owner. That's the whole reason why I'm being nice to him right now and I'm not exposing what he called his business originally. But the fact that he was saying that he was even going to pay for, like, let's keep track. He said he wanted to take me out for Valentine's Day. He said he wanted to treat me to my birthday. Now you're talking about you want to take a trip to the cabin in the woods and you want to take a trip to Jamaica, all expenses paid. All I got to do is have my passport and have baggage. Sir, no shade, no tea. Your business is not that successful for you to afford all of that within 1 year. Not at all. I'm not trying to be shady, but like I said before, this man was blowing my phone up repeatedly every single day. There was a point in time where he had called me about him doing a job interview. You still need a regular 9 to 5 in order to manage your career. No shade, no tea. You gonna get it how you get it. I know so many people that still do that, but this is what I'm saying. You cannot finance all of these things with your budget. You don't have that. You don't have that. I don't have that right now. But like I said, he was just saying anything so that he could get a reaction out of me. He was saying anything just so he could get my attention and we could have a conversation with each other. It's really weird. But the thing that has me hung up on it years later is the simple fact that he literally said that it was going to be a business transaction. Keep in mind, I never asked him about this. He volunteered this to me. He texted me this stuff. And he said, do you want to go to Jamaica? Do you want to take a trip? That's what he said. He initiated it as a business deal, a business transaction. He did. So why are you just turning around and telling me that I'm going to be your girlfriend by the time you do all of this stuff for me? Nothing that this man does makes any logical sense. Nothing at all. Okay, so now we're going to show a prime example of what the evil eye actually is. This was my first time ever experiencing it, but I'm just going to tell y'all exactly what happened. So once he really started understanding that, like, after a while, I wanted absolutely positively nothing to do with him, he basically resorted into being aggressive and being just like downright nasty and rude. And it was very, very ugly. So like I said before, this was around a time where I was starting to get a lot of traction on my Instagram page. Like, I was starting to get a whole lot of followers. It literally seemed like overnight I had reached like 1,000 people, and I was reaching people that, like, places that I've never even visited before. So, you know, I'm thinking like, okay, I didn't plan on being an influencer, but if this does end up being a career path for me, then I'll take it. And I know a lot of people don't see 1,000 followers as a lot of followers, but like I said, I had my page on private. I've had this account since, I believe, like 2014 or 2015, right? And I, for the longest, only had 200. Like, I only had 200 people. A lot of them were inactive. So I probably had like about like 10 people that really interacted with my post on average. So like on average, I would get about like probably 20 likes. I went from getting 20 likes to getting like hundreds of likes, close to 100 likes. I was getting 1,000 followers, which what seemed overnight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I'm on the up and up and up, that's a sign of something, even though I didn't plan on being an influencer. I mean, free money. That's how I seen it. Free money. And then, like, just imagine glowing up after a breakup. Like, you got to see my face every day. Like, yeah, I was kind of feeling myself. Yes, I was feeling myself. And like I said, at that time, I was just taking pictures just to take pictures to make myself, like, have a reason to get up in the morning. Child, them pictures was trash. But it got your girl where she is today. So, I mean, hey, I'm not going to be mad at it. So, at this time, you know, obviously I'm not like an Instagram girly. I'm not famous. I'm still nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I had made a joke or whatever about, you know, since now I got 1,000 followers, I'm gonna start charging y'all $1 for promo. Because at first I was like, you know, doing people's promos for free. If they had like a music video or whatever, or they wanted to like sell something, or even shout outs. I was doing shout outs for free. Just like, I don't know, like just because like I was just in a giving mood. I don't know. But in the same breath, even though that was a joke, there's a whole bunch of people that have small businesses, a whole bunch of people that want to upgrade their music or are influencers themselves. And the average influencer that you come across that's going to do promos, they definitely going to charge you like $25. $25 at most. I'm somebody where I got a good enough engagement. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really like what does it. No shade, no tea. I know a whole lot of people that got a whole lot of followers and the engagement do not match. Engagement do not match. Like I said, I was reaching people that I never thought I would reach before. Okay? I was reaching people that had way more followers than me. Okay? So if you really want to put your music out there, you never know who's watching my page. You never know who's following me, etc., etc. It's all about the engagement at the end of the day. So if you getting some bomb engagement that could change your life for $1, you can't tell me you're going to pass that up. But once again, it was a joke. But even though it's a joke, I'll drop my PayPal and my Cash App real quick. Real quick. Real quick. But, you know, just putting that out there. But yeah, but basically it was a joke. But in the same breath, I feel like, once again, you never know who's watching your page and you never know what impact you can have on somebody. Plus, it's $1. You know what I'm saying? So I had posted that on my story. I had posted that on my IG one time. And you know, this man, let me tell you what he said. This man went out of his way to say, you don't even have enough followers to be trying to do any promos.
You mad. Look at you. You mad. You big mad.
Well, from my experience, you don't have enough money to make me your assistant.
And
Cause it's now 2021 going into 2022. I still ain't get that job. So, baby, do you need $1? Do you need one? Oh, okay. So anyways, but once again, it's just a joke. But even the tone of the message is what got me. The tone of the message is what got me. Cause it's a joke. It's a joke. But the fact that you even coming off like that, like you don't even have enough followers to be trying to do any promos. Calm it down. Trying to get a text back. You're doing too much. I didn't even respond to that. I just let him fester in the little DMs because what are we talking about? But this is the part where it was like the last straw. Like it was the absolute last straw. Like I couldn't do it anymore. So at this time, I had finally started selling products off of my Facebook page. I was promoting them on Facebook and I was promoting them on Instagram, but it was predominantly Facebook because, like I said, I was trying to do it locally first, see if I liked it, see how much money I could make, etc., etc., and that was it. So at that time, I was selling what is called a glass blunt. I don't think a lot of people smoke those anymore. I don't think a lot of people use those anymore. But there was a point in time, especially during that time, where they were trending on Instagram. And like everybody who ever smoked a day in their life, they had one. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to start selling some of these. And I found some people that sell them. So I was just like, okay, I got $200 to my name. I'm going to use this amount of money and I'm going to sell them for like $20, $25 a piece. And that was way cheaper. I was low-key getting robbed. Okay, I should have charged more. I really should have. But I was worried about, just the competition. Because the competition, they was charging y'all like $50 plus. Okay, I did my research. I was comparing the two. Your girl was out here marketing. Okay, marketing. So, I was selling it at first. And like I said before, I made a little decent amount of a profit, but it wasn't as much as I originally thought I was going to make. But I'm not going to lie, when I first started promoting it, it was a whole lot of people that had questions, but wasn't too many people trying to buy it. But that's perfectly fine, because at least y'all paying attention. So as I'm selling this product, literally, by the time I sold this product, it was March. I was going to wait until April, but I said, you know what? I need some money right now. So I said, you know what? We're releasing it early. So I started selling these around my birthday, probably like a few days after my birthday. And one day, actually, let me see what day it was. March 19th, 2019 at 8:20 p.m. Yes, honey, I have the exact date. Okay, so on March 19th, Marco hits me up in my inbox one more time. And he says, "Hey, Tassie, I see you not getting any bites on your page, no likes or comments on the stuff you selling. I have some tips or advice from you." Let me explain to you why you got me up. First and foremost, March 19th, 2019. You have had my number since, what was that, January 15th? The whole entire time that we could have discussed business, you said absolutely nothing. Actually, this is the most useful thing that he gave me. It's a meme. It's a meme. Now, I kept the meme because I have to say it definitely motivated your girl. It definitely did what it needed to do. But this is the most useful business advice you have given me the whole entire time that you've had my number. Everything else was,
Let me take you out for your birthday. Let me take you out for Valentine's Day. Let me take you out. Do I have a chance? Where is this going? Do you like me for real? Am I doing too much?
you are.
Why won't you text me back? Why won't you call me? Hey, how have you been? Why are you ignoring me?
It's been all of that. Now you're trying to give me advice. No. Number one. Number two, let me tell you something about me. This is something that applies to my whole entire life. I am not somebody that you can judge on the surface. Ever. I am not somebody that you can just look at and you can know my whole entire life story. I am very complex and I have a very whole lot of crazy things that happen to me in my life. Whole lot. So, once again, I wasn't making as much money as I thought I was. But sweetie, there were people interacting with my stuff. Obviously, I didn't go viral, but there were people that were interacting. There were people there. What are you talking about? Number three, the whole concept of trying to give me tips and advice. Sweetie, the biggest tip that you could have gave me was sharing it. Sharing my post when I was promoting them. You know what you did? You did nothing. You didn't even engage with my stuff. You didn't like my stuff. You didn't comment, and you didn't even make a purchase yourself. There was absolutely nothing that you could have done for me, sweetie. Literally nothing. Because you weren't attempting to even help me. Because once again, it was never about business. It was never about trying to help me out. It was never about any of that. It was about you trying to be in a relationship with me after I repeatedly told you, not right now. I didn't even say no. I didn't even reject him. I literally just said right now ain't the time. And he couldn't even respect that. Now you're trying to come all up in my face, talking about you have advice, you have this, and you have that. You don't have anything for me, sir. You don't. And you just proved in every single last one of your actions exactly how you move and exactly how you are. From that moment, I blocked him on everything. I'm talking about I blocked him on Instagram. I blocked him on Facebook. I even blocked his number. And would you believe it, when I blocked his number, this man called me from a star 69 number. Was it star 69 or star 67? I forget. But the anonymous number. This man called me on private to double check and see if he was blocked. And I knew it was him. I knew it was him when he called, because it was literally seconds later. This man is demented. He is the weirdest motherfucker I've ever met in my life. That was the nail in the coffin for me. He has been blocked ever since. He has been blocked on everything ever since, because I just know. So I just realized that I never explained how I knew this man was giving me the evil eye. So keep in mind that this was during a time where I knew nothing about that. Like, I knew absolutely nothing about spirituality. I knew nothing about, return to sender, all that other stuff. I knew nothing. This was like the year where I can say I was kind of like in a cocoon for a majority of my life. Like, I just did not know what anything was, and this was my wake-up call. But the reason why I say that he was giving me the evil eye was because once I had blocked him after he had said that about how I wasn't making any sales or getting any likes or comments, I kid you not, that was when I made the most money. Once I blocked him. Once I blocked him on everything, I literally started getting so many people interacting with my stuff, and I started selling stuff. But once again, I didn't make as much money as I thought I was gonna make, but I still ended up making a decent amount of money. Beforehand, I literally had probably like 2 sales before I blocked him. When I finally blocked him, I kid you not, I almost was out of inventory. I think I had like 3 products left, and I just couldn't get those to sell. But literally, the moment that I blocked him, things started looking up for me. It was the same thing with Instagram, because like I said, I was doing it as a joke. I wasn't charging nobody because I still had a small amount of followers. But literally, I had more people wanting me to promote their stuff. And I had people that wanted to take pictures of me, like they were like legit photographers. There was this one dude who wanted me to be a part of his art project. And because of my own insecurities and my own, like doubts about myself, I never took people up on their offers. So like I could have had even more followers by this point if I would have just did it. But I was scary, and I was just like still in my headspace of being depressed and stuff. But literally, I kid you not, once I blocked this man, so many things started falling into place for me, and so many things started working the way that it had intended on working. But beforehand, I wasn't getting people approaching me about photo shoots and using me for art projects and all of that other stuff. I didn't have that many people interested in my product that I was selling. But the moment I got rid of this man, everything looked up for me. And I could be lying, but I think like within the same month that I blocked him, or probably like a few weeks later, that's when I ended up getting a job. Now, keep in mind, I was unemployed for a while. For a good little minute. I ended up getting a job like a few weeks after I blocked his number and blocked him on everything. That is the evil eye for you. You never know who is wishing bad on you. You never know who is waiting and praying on your downfall. Because if I would have kept that man in my life because I was trying to be nice, if I would have kept him unblocked, I don't even know who I would have been today. I don't even know what would have happened to me. Who knows? I probably would have even passed away. So let's just get into the reason why I'm making this video, okay? I am making this video because he is a prime example of what I was talking about in my life update. There are some men that get so infatuated with their fantasy about what could have been between the two of y'all that they can't tell the difference between fantasy and reality. And they expect you to play into their fantasy. They expect you to do whatever they want you to do and to fit their little narrative simply because they like you. And my camera cut off again for some reason. So, in a nutshell, obviously, like I just said, I made this video because there are a lot of men where they get very infatuated with a woman, develop this fantasy in their brains where them and this woman are together, they're gonna fall in love with each other, etc., etc. And having a crush, nothing wrong with that. Having a love interest, nothing wrong with that. Daydreaming about what you guys could be, there's nothing wrong with that. I've even done it myself. But the problem arises when you cannot differentiate real life and fantasy. The problem comes when you start to like damn near harass people, like how this man did me, into trying to be in a relationship with you or just to give you the time of day. This situation really did get to a point to where I had to tell like some of my closest friends that if I go missing, it's either the ex that I broke up with before I started talking to him, or it's him. Like, I literally had to tell them that. I had to tell them, like, if anything happens to me, it's probably him. Because the amount of obsessive that he was over me and this imaginary relationship that he made up, that was weird. That was very, very weird. And another thing that I feel like people got to get out the habit of doing, because this was an extreme case, but to all those people where it's like, oh, this my man, but this my man in my head, or oh, this my wife, but she my wife in my head. If they decide that they want to get into an actual relationship, or they move on in their lives, or they just like magically block you for whatever reason, and you go out of your way to make a whole smear campaign to tell everybody that, oh, they're toxic, they led me on, they did this, they did that, you were just as mentally ill as him. You were just as mentally ill. That is not cute. That it is nothing, it's nothing cute about that. It is nothing cute about any of that. Like I said, I got this man blocked on everything, but I would not be shocked if he was doing that to me. I would not be shocked at all, because it is something seriously wrong with that man. I pray he gets better. But yeah, I'm sorry, but no, I haven't talked about this situation for years because I low-key forgot about it. Low-key. But like I said, I had a few little similar situations happen to me this year where I'm just like, yep, we're going to talk about it because no. So dude, it sucks that you had to be the example, but at the end of the day, don't do it. I don't know what else to say. But anyways, you guys know what to do at this point in the video. Don't forget to like that video. Comment your opinions on this whole entire situation down in the comment section below. Share this video if you can, because in all honesty, I really don't care if he sees this or not. And of course, subscribe. So with that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.
But you